Microwaves are the epitome of modern kitchen convenience. A quick press of a button, and your meal is piping hot, seemingly effortlessly. For many seniors, this appliance has become an indispensable tool, simplifying meal preparation and saving precious time and energy. However, beneath this veneer of convenience lies a crucial consideration. Not all foods respond well to the intense, rapid heating of a microwave. In fact, for certain items, this seemingly harmless habit could be quietly undermining your nutritional intake, disrupting your digestive processes, and even posing potential safety risks. The changes that occur within food when subjected to microwave radiation are often invisible to the naked eye. While the food may appear heated, its internal structure and composition can be significantly altered. Valuable nutrients can be degraded or destroyed, the food's natural structure can break down, and, in some cases, harmful compounds that were not originally present can be formed. These alterations can have a more pronounced impact on older adults, whose digestive systems and immune functions may be more sensitive and less robust than those of younger individuals. Conversely, baking offers a gentler, more controlled approach to food preparation. The even, consistent heat of an oven can actually enhance the natural flavors of certain foods, unlock hidden nutrients, and improve their overall digestibility. This method avoids the sudden, harsh energy bursts of a microwave, allowing food to cook gradually and retain its inherent goodness. In this video, we'll delve into the specific foods that are best kept away from the microwave and explore the reasons why. We'll also highlight 5 exceptional foods that truly shine when baked, not only in terms of taste and texture, but also in their nutritional value and overall health benefits. You might be surprised by some of the items on this list, as many are likely staples in your current dietary routine. However, making a few simple adjustments, swapping the microwave for the oven in certain instances, could lead to a noticeable improvement in your overall well-being. So, grab a pen and paper, settle in, and prepare to reevaluate your food heating habits. When it comes to your health, the method of cooking is just as important as the ingredients you choose. 1. Hard-boiled eggs, a potential hazard. Hard-boiled eggs seem like the perfect microwave candidate. Pre-cooked, protein-packed, easily stored, and seemingly quick to reheat. However, the combination of hard-boiled eggs and microwaves can be surprisingly dangerous, and not for the reasons you might initially suspect. While the texture of microwaved eggs can become rubbery and unappetizing, the primary concern lies in the potential for explosion. The microwave's rapid heating causes steam to build up rapidly within the dense egg white. If this pressure has no escape route, the egg can literally explode, creating a loud, messy, and potentially dangerous situation. This explosion can occur either inside the microwave or, in some cases, even after the egg has been removed and is sitting on your plate. The resulting splatter of hot egg can cause burns and create a significant mess. For seniors, especially those with slower reaction times or mobility limitations, this poses a genuine safety hazard. Beyond the risk of explosion, microwaving hard-boiled eggs can also lead to uneven heating. The microwave often warms the outer layers of the egg while leaving the center relatively cool. This creates pockets where bacteria, such as salmonella, can survive, particularly if the egg wasn't stored properly before reheating. Given that seniors are more susceptible to foodborne illnesses, this risk is particularly concerning. The safer alternative: if you wish to warm a hard-boiled egg, the safest approach is to remove the shell and cut it into smaller pieces, such as halves or slices. You can then gently warm these pieces in a pan with a small amount of water or, if absolutely necessary, briefly microwave them, ensuring they are loosely covered. However, the best option is often to enjoy hard-boiled eggs cold, in salads, or with a sprinkle of sea salt. 2. Processed meats, a health risk when microwaved. Hot dogs, bacon, sausages, deli ham. Processed meats are ubiquitous in modern diets, offering convenience and familiarity. However, regularly reheating these meats in the microwave, especially at high power levels, warrants careful reconsideration. Processed meats are already high in sodium, preservatives, and compounds known as nitrites. When these meats are microwaved, particularly for extended periods or at high temperatures, the nitrites can react with naturally occurring amino acids in the meat, forming nitrosamines. These chemical compounds have been linked to an increased risk of certain cancers, particularly those affecting the digestive system. While the body can typically handle small exposures to nitrosamines, the cumulative effect of frequent microwave reheating of processed meats can pose a greater risk over time, especially for seniors. Older adults often consume smaller meals more frequently, and their digestive and detoxification systems may be less efficient, allowing harmful compounds to linger longer in the body. Furthermore, microwaves often heat processed meats unevenly, particularly if they contain fillings or are high in fat. This uneven heating can leave some areas undercooked, creating an environment where bacteria can thrive, increasing the risk of foodborne illness. Finally, the microwave can negatively impact the taste and texture of processed meats. Bacon can become chewy rather than crispy, hot dogs can split and leak, and deli meats can turn rubbery and unappetizing. The healthier approach, if you choose to include processed meats in your diet, opt for baking or pan frying instead of microwaving. Baking provides more even and controlled heat, minimizing the formation of nitrosamines. Even better, explore healthier alternatives such as roasted turkey slices, lentil-based sausages, or grilled vegetables. 3. Leafy greens. Microwaving turns healthy to risky. Spinach, kale, beet greens. These leafy greens are nutritional powerhouses, packed with fiber, antioxidants, iron, and nitrates. They support heart health, circulation, and even brain function. However, microwaving these greens, especially after they've already been cooked, can transform their beneficial properties into potential health risks. When leafy greens are subjected to the high, uneven heat of a microwave, the natural nitrates they contain can convert into nitrosamines, the same potentially harmful compounds found in microwave processed meats. This risk is amplified when the greens have been cooked, cooled, stored, and then reheated. This reheating process creates optimal conditions for the chemical changes that diminish the green's nutritional value and potentially pose health risks over time. This is particularly relevant for older adults, whose detoxification abilities may be diminished and whose digestive systems may be more sensitive. While younger individuals might not experience noticeable effects from repeated microwave reheating, seniors may be more susceptible to discomfort and may absorb a higher proportion of the potentially harmful byproducts. Microwaving also negatively affects the texture of leafy greens, often rendering them limp, soggy, and bitter, a far cry from their vibrant, slightly crisp state when properly steamed or sautéed. The better way. If you need to reheat pre-cooked greens, do so gently on the stovetop with a splash of water or olive oil, just enough to warm them without further cooking. Alternatively, enjoy them cold in salads or mixed into warm grain bowls just before serving. If you're baking a dish that contains leafy greens, such as a casserole, the even, slow heat of the oven is acceptable, but avoid the rapid, intense heat of the microwave. 4. Breast milk. Microwaving is dangerous for babies and caregivers. For grandparents and caregivers, the microwave might seem like a convenient way to warm breast milk. However, when it comes to this precious liquid, the microwave is strictly off-limits. Breast milk is far more than just food. It's a source of vital nutrients, living enzymes, antibodies, and immune protective compounds that help babies fight infection, build strong gut health, and thrive. These delicate components are highly susceptible to damage from the high, uneven heat of a microwave. Microwaving can degrade or completely inactivate these essential nutrients, rendering the milk less beneficial, even if it appears visually unchanged. The risk of hot spots is another major concern. Microwaves heat unevenly, creating hidden pockets of extreme heat within the liquid. A baby's mouth and throat are exceptionally sensitive, and even a small hot spot can cause serious burns. This risk extends to older adults caring for infants, as slower reaction times or vision limitations can increase the likelihood of accidents when handling overheated bottles. The safe approach. The safest way to warm breast milk is to place the bottle or storage bag in a bowl of warm water for a few minutes, gently swirling, never shaking, to distribute the heat. Always test the temperature on your wrist before feeding. If storing milk, label it clearly and avoid reheating it more than once. Always consult with the child's parents regarding proper storage and handling procedures. 5. Potatoes. Risk of microwaving improperly stored potatoes. Potatoes are a comforting and versatile staple in many seniors' kitchens. However, microwaving potatoes that have been stored improperly can pose a greater risk than many realize. The key lies in proper storage. When raw potatoes are stored in cool, dark, damp environments, like a basement or refrigerator, the starch inside begins to convert into sugar. When this sugar is exposed to the high heat of a microwave, it can lead to the formation of acrylamide, a potentially harmful chemical linked to an increased risk of cancer, particularly with long-term consumption. The risk is further elevated if the potato has started to sprout or develop green patches. These are signs that it's producing solanine, a natural toxin that can cause nausea, headaches, and digestive upset. Solanine is not destroyed by microwave heat. Seniors with more sensitive digestive systems are particularly vulnerable to these effects. Microwaving also heats potatoes unevenly, resulting in undercooked spots surrounded by excessively hot areas. The safe and delicious solution: store potatoes in a cool, dry, well-ventilated place, never in the refrigerator. Before cooking, carefully inspect for soft spots, sprouts, or green skin, and remove these completely. When reheating cooked potatoes, opt for the oven or stovetop for more even and predictable heating. Baked potatoes are not only safer, but also more flavorful and satisfying. Transition to baked foods. Now that we've explored the foods best kept away from the microwave, let's turn our attention to the culinary delights that truly excel when baked. 6. Salmon. Baking for optimal health and flavor. Salmon is more than just a delicious dinner option. It's a nutritional powerhouse, packed with omega-3 fatty acids, high-quality protein, and essential vitamins. It's particularly beneficial for seniors seeking to protect their heart, joints, and brain. However, microwaving salmon often yields uneven results, with some parts becoming rubbery and others remaining cold. The fish can dry out, losing both texture and taste. More importantly, the intense heat can degrade the fragile omega-3 fats, the very reason many people choose to eat salmon. Baking, on the other hand, treats salmon with the care it deserves. Slow, even cooking in the oven, ideally at around 350 degrees Fahrenheit 175 degrees Celsius, helps preserve its moisture, flavor, and nutrients. The omega-3s remain intact, the protein stays tender, and the natural oils are gently released, creating a melt-in-your-mouth texture. Baking also allows for the addition of healthy enhancements, such as lemon slices, herbs, olive oil, and garlic, which infuse the fish with flavor without the risk of splattering or sogginess. Baked salmon is also easier to digest than fried or overcooked fish, making it ideal for seniors with acid reflux, dental issues, or sensitive stomachs. 7. Sweet potatoes. Baking unlocks their potential. Sweet potatoes are a true gift for seniors, naturally sweet, rich in fiber and antioxidants, and gentle on the digestive system. They support heart health, blood sugar stability, and eye health. Baking sweet potatoes unlocks their full potential. The slow, dry heat of the oven caramelizes the natural sugars, enhancing both flavor and nutrient absorption. The flesh becomes soft, sweet, and rich, almost dessert-like, without the need for added sugar. Baking also concentrates the nutrients, unlike boiling, which can dilute them. Microwaving, in contrast, often results in a rubbery or mushy texture, a flat flavor, and uneven heating. Baked sweet potatoes provide a gentle source of long-lasting energy, thanks to their fiber content, which slows the release of glucose. They are also easy to chew and versatile in their preparation. 8. Apples. Baking for digestive comfort. The saying, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away," holds considerable truth. Apples are packed with fiber, antioxidants, and compounds that support heart and gut health. However, raw apples can sometimes be difficult to digest or chew, especially for seniors. Baking transforms apples into a warm, soothing remedy. The heat softens their structure, making the soluble fiber more accessible to the gut, aiding in regulating bowel movements, feeding healthy bacteria, and reducing cholesterol. Baking also concentrates the apple's natural sugars, creating a comforting sweetness without added sugar. The process preserves most of the vitamins, particularly if the skin is left on. The aroma of warm apples and cinnamon can also trigger positive memories and promote relaxation. Microwaving can leave apples soggy and unevenly heated, while baking coaxes out their depth and richness. 9. Cauliflower and broccoli. Baking enhances their health power. Cauliflower and broccoli are nutritional powerhouses, packed with fiber, vitamin C, folate, and compounds that protect against inflammation and may even reduce cancer risk. However, microwaving these vegetables often results in a limp, watery, and sulfur-smelling outcome. The texture is mushy, the flavor is dull, and many of the heat-sensitive nutrients are lost. Baking, on the other hand, transforms these vegetables into slightly crispy, nutty, and flavorful bites. The dry, even heat caramelizes their natural sugars and helps preserve more of their beneficial plant compounds. Baking also provides greater control over the cooking process, eliminating sogginess and ensuring even cooking. 10. Whole grain bread. Baking your own for optimal health. Bread is a staple food, but not all bread is created equal, particularly for seniors. Many store-bought loaves, even those labeled whole grain, are packed with preservatives, added sugars, and refined flours. Baking your own whole grain bread allows you to control exactly what goes into it. Real whole grains, rich in fiber, B vitamins, magnesium, and slow-burning carbohydrates. This supports stable energy levels, healthy digestion, and better blood sugar management. Home-baked bread doesn't have to be complicated, and it allows for personalization with additions like flax seeds, sunflower seeds, or nuts. Microwaving bread often results in a chewy, dry, or rubbery texture, while baking fills your home with comforting aromas and your body with nourishment. Conclusion: your healthy kitchen revolution starts now. The way you heat your food can significantly impact its taste, texture, and nutritional value. For certain foods, particularly those rich in nutrients or sensitive to heat, microwaving can do more harm than good. As we age, every bite counts, and even small imbalances can affect our overall well-being. Baking offers a gentler, more respectful approach to food preparation, allowing flavors to deepen, textures to improve, and nutrients to remain intact. You don't need to overhaul your entire kitchen routine. Start with small changes, such as roasting broccoli instead of steaming it or baking sweet potatoes on Sunday for the week ahead. Food is more than just fuel. It's medicine, memory, and a way to connect with loved ones. How we prepare it is an act of self-care. If this video has inspired you to rethink your food preparation habits, consider subscribing to our channel for more practical tips and uplifting guidance. We're here to help you thrive, one small choice at a time.